Hi, welcome to Mixed Media Play. I'm Ava Stone, and I hope you'll join me every Wednesday for some inspiration and to turn those creative thoughts into, hopefully, a work of art. There will be a little talk and a lot of parts sped up to save you time. So let's go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to put some gesso on this, but before I do, I'm going to put an old paper towel just to protect the gesso from getting on the other pages and then binding them together and me having to tear them apart. So I grab my gesso and I'm using Liquitex gesso. Love this. The Basics is really gritty, which is fine if you have it, use it. But I just prefer this one. So I'm going to put kind of a medium coat on this. And then I'm going to add a piece of paper on top to pull the gesso up and make some texture. Some black paint and some retarder. This, you could use a glazing, anything that kind of slows the drying process down. Okay, so this is mostly dry. I'm going to take this stencil and Delusions, what is this? Vibrant Turquoise, which looks excellent with black. So we're just going to stencil all over. So there's something to think about when you're working with Delusions or any water-based medium. Anything I put on top of this, gesso, matte medium, if I'm going to collage something, any kind of ink or paste over it, that color is going to come up through. So I have a homemade stencil and some homemade white paint, spray paint, and I'm going to spray this on here, but you have to know that that blue is going to come up and tint the white, and that's okay. Okay, so the modeling paste is dry, and that color that Delusions did, it came right up through not only a white paint stencil, but white modeling paste. So I'm just taking a Sharpie paint pen, and some of these ones that are raised, I know you can't see it on film, but some of these, oh, that's cool, because it actually came up in the swirl. I'm going to have to leave that one because I think it's cool. So some of these that are raised, I'm going to go ahead and take the paint pen and just color them right in. Okay, so I've gotten to a point where I really want this to not bleed anymore. So I'm going to spray Krylon Workable Fixative over it just to set it. And it's just going to be a light coat. You should really do this outside, but I'm not going to. Okay, so I wrote my words on here with these Sharpie paint pens, water-based paint pens. The Delusions is still coming up, even though I put a really light layer of that workable fixative on it. So I sprayed another thicker layer. I'm going to let it dry, come back, and make this all pretty. I'm going back to put the shading on my letters, as you can see here, just to make it pop, and I'll go back in with the white and really bring it out and make it stand out. But my light source, I'm putting my light source coming from this direction. So anything that's on the bottom left side of the letter is going to get the black shading. Okay, so I'm calling this done. I really like it. You can see all the layers. We started with that layer of gesso that we just pulled off the paper, and it made those ridges, and you can see it in several places. Then we put the black paint on, took it off, did a swirly turquoise stencil, did the diamond stencil in white over it, which soaked up a lot of that turquoise, put a couple of silhouette figures on, and did our lettering. And that is it, and I love it. So next week, we will do the back side of this and just keep on going through the book. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks for watching.